Welcome to day 2 of my choir tour travel vlog. Today is a very important day. We have our first performance this evening. However, I wasn't feeling too good when I woke up this morning. Something I had with breakfast didn't agree with me. So I took some medication, I laid down, and then we got on a tour bus for a tour of the city of Budapest. Now I'm feeling better, so we're going to join the tour here. This is Hero Square. They have a bunch of statues. You see, this is Saint Esteban, founder of Hungary, Saint Laszlo, and a bunch of other guys. Some guy throwing a snake up there, pretty cool. Some more statues over there, and then you can see it's a huge square. We're here on a Monday, so it's empty here. But this is Hero Square in the middle of Budapest, Hungary. It's day 2 of the European Tour 2025. Today I am in Budapest, Hungary. We've been doing sightseeing all day. We saw the Castle District. We went to Hero Square, and so on. This afternoon I'm going to go over to the church and look at the church where we're going to be singing tonight. And also there's a Rubik's museum thingy just around the corner, so I'm going to go look at that. It's been a rough 12 hours. I went out to dinner last night, got some vegetarian goulash, and then got lost on my way home. Also, I found out that my wireless plan does not support international roaming. So all that happened, and then this morning I got really sick when I ate breakfast. The first bite I had just hit my stomach like a rock. It did not go well. But we were on a tour all morning, so I was on a tour bus all morning. I just rode the tour bus. I felt better. I took a Zofran for the nausea, and then I just had this really good meal at a place called Vegan Garden. If you're vegetarian, vegan, or whatever, you will be able to eat here, because I gotta tell you, Hungarian cuisine is all about meat. Meat. So anything authentic is gonna have meat, but they do have vegetarian options. And other than that, it's going really well. It's super hot here. Europe is having the most massive heat wave they've ever had. This is gonna last for at least another 10 days. Temperatures over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, over 40 degrees Celsius. I like this place a lot. It's got a good vibe. It's one of the great European cities. Tomorrow we head for Vienna, and then we'll be in Salzburg on Thursday. So it's all, I call it the Habsburg Austro-Hungarian Tour of 2025. All right, I gotta go do some more sightseeing, so I'm logging up. I'll check with you later. So this is where we're going to be performing tonight, in this church here. I always like to visit a venue before I perform there just to get the vibe of it, look around, see what the acoustics are like, what it feels like, how big it is, how big an audience there's going to be, what the stage is like, and so forth. So I'm really glad I did, because this place is beautiful and it is ancient. All right, well, I am in the bell tower of this ancient church. Look at that. Let me show you that in here. We are in the bell tower, looking at the rafters. 1,000-year-old church. Look at those. Look at those rafters. Look at that. Look at that construction. Looks pretty solid to me. Look at some of these. There you go. Look at the size of these beams. Massive beams. Massive beams. Look at all that. Let's go have a look at the tower. You get this amazing view. You're on above the Danube. There's the Danube River. Here's the square. Yeah, that's the hotel. It's actually the hotel right there. I think that's there is the Elizabeth Bridge. That is the Danube River. There are castles, there are fortresses, there are palaces. There are palaces and castles everywhere here. I mean, everywhere, literally, every street you go down. These are parliamentary buildings and stuff. This is their Statue of Liberty up here. They have a Statue of Liberty too. So, representing liberation from World War II Nazis and Stalin Soviet era occupation. And now we're back to Northern City, and there's one more look. You can see the streets here. You can see the roof of the church, and then just you can see down that street, and just all the streets in Budapest look like this. I love it. This was not easy to get to, by the way, but unfortunately the lift is not working today, so I have to climb this humongous staircase. Let's go, I'll take it in. While I was in there, I was reading the history of this. The church was finished in 1048, which is, doing the math, 977 years ago. 977 years ago. But it was started long before that, and what I learned while I was in there is that the foundation was actually built on a Roman fortress from 2,000 years ago. So the foundations of this building are 2,000 years old. The church itself is 1,000 years old. I'm going to be singing there tonight. We're on in a couple hours. I got to be ready in an hour. I'm heading back to the hotel room now. We're going to get warmed up, get dressed, and ready to go. All right, well, we did it. We just finished our first performance of the tour. It went really well, right in that church. The acoustics were amazing. When we stopped singing, it echoed for about 5 seconds. La, like that. It was just like a really nice long sustain on the echo. And it was great. Not a big crowd, 30 or 40 people, maybe 50 in the audience. And it went by really fast. We're heading over to a strudel house for dinner. That should be interesting. And then tomorrow we're on to Vienna. I know. Takes a little practice, I think. Yeah.
No, you've done a few of them. You're not new.
You can read. So it's made, it's the bread made from bread. The apple. In Hungary, we don't cook the apple. So it's a fresh apple that we use.
Fresh apple.
Yes. Sunflower oil. Sunflower oil. Look at the edges. 15 minutes.
1.5. This is Hungarian cuisine that starts. I came here for one thing. Good stuff. Pista. And now we bid farewell to beautiful, beautiful Budapest. Budapest, as they call it locally here. Look at the moon over the Danube. Look at this, the moon over the Danube River. Is this not just the most romantic thing you have ever seen in your life?
Please don't